Nigeria's Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has confirmed the withdrawal of 11,566 police officers previously assigned to VIPs across the country. The announcement came during a strategic meeting with senior police managers at the force headquarters in Abuja. The directive issued earlier by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu marks a major restructuring in the security architecture, shifting personnel from elite protection to core policing duties.
Yes. Yes, we have already withdrawn 11,566 personnel. We have given directives for that.
At the meeting, the IGP dismissed exaggerated figures circulating online, clarifying that 11,566 officers, not over 100,000, were serving as VIP escorts.
I have seen some things posted on the social media, misleading. People are quoting figures. I don't know where they got their figures. Where they said that 120,000 policemen are attached to private individuals in Nigeria. These are lies. Not true. I don't know where they got their figure from. And that's the figure that's been brandished everywhere. That 120,000 policemen, how many are we in Nigerian police that would attach 120,000 to private individuals? The recent presidential directive that we should withdraw policemen from VIP protection made us to discover that 11,566 policemen are engaged in VIP protection as at today in Nigerian police force. Of course, this is not the first time we are implementing this type of directive.
The withdrawals mean that VIPs, including politicians, business figures, and private citizens, must now seek protection from the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, not the Nigeria Police. The IGP said the redeployed officers will immediately be deployed to community patrols, rapid response units, intelligence-driven operations, and policing of vulnerable areas. The move comes amid rising insecurity in several regions, including a surge in kidnappings, armed attacks, and rural banditry.
And we are going to deploy these men to the areas where we need them. We are returning to our frontline policing function, especially at this critical time. Every time we are talking of manpower need, manpower shortage, and now that we have surplus of 11,566 that are coming, we are redeploying to core policing functions. Is going to help us a lot. We will not neglect the welfare of these men. Mr. President, who gave this instruction, knows very well. He knows more than all of us. He knows very well that the welfare of these men is important. And anyone we are sending to the rural communities, to these remote communities, their welfare will be taken care of. That I can assure you.
Egbetokun also highlighted recent achievements by the force, including arrest of suspects involved in kidnapping, armed robbery, murder, and unlawful firearms possession, as well as the rescue of several kidnapped victims. Our operations are yielding results. With more officers now available, these successes will multiply.
Individuals are abducted and taken into captivity. Our first concern is the rescue, safe return of those victims to their families. That's our first concern. We will work towards getting those victims released, rescued, then before we even think of any other thing. It's not the first time we will do it. We have been doing it. Every time we announce rescue of abducted victims, every time. It's not the Kwara incident is not the first. It's something we have been doing regularly. I don't want to say much about this, but if you must know that our first concern is the rescue of those victims from their captors. Once we get them rescued, then any other thing can follow. You remember the abduction of those 20 medical students earlier in the year. Of course, it was in the public space, so I can talk about that. We mounted so much pressure on this criminal gang, on the abductors. We deployed all our assets, critical assets, with so much pressure on them. They became afraid that at the time they have to abandon the mission, and they let the students go. After we picked the students, we rescued them, then we know what we did. So we won't say more than that.
The IGP directed commanders to adopt modern policing tactics for the trainings of the new recruits.
I can assure you that Mr. President has set up a committee that has already gone around all the training schools and has seen the needs to revamp all these our training institutions. So that is ongoing, but what we have now can train the number that we want to recruit. So that's what I can tell you immediately.
The force says welfare for redeployed officers remains a priority, especially for those posted to high-risk regions. As the festive season approaches, the Nigerian police says this restructuring will reinforce national security and restore public confidence.